I used to pee on my brother's bed in the mornings so I would get first crack at video games or TV while he helped clean up his mess. Big brain. Kids are like adults, but they suck. Let's be real. Today we're gonna have a look at messed up things people did as kids. Just to remind ourselves that we should all never have kids. Let's all get sterilized right now. Okay, let's get started. So yeah, it's an Ask Reddit thread called "What messed up thing did you do as a kid?" Pooped my pants when I was like 5, didn't want to tell anyone, so I dropped it in the heater duct in my room. House got sold and we moved away not long after. Oh no, so you left it. That's only a kid would do that. Ugh. Nice surprise to the new owners. Yeah. I actually did something similar. I think I've told this story on the channel before, but me and my best friend were at another guy's place that we didn't like that much. I don't know, we must have been like 12 years old or something. And yeah, we didn't like him. For some reason, we had shrimp. I don't know why, but we taped shrimp behind the radiators in his house. So whenever the radiators would turn on, we start smelling bad. Very mean prank. Would not do it today because I'm an adult and adults rock and kids are the worst. It is the truth. My old man had a house with one room above the garage. It always had a weird sticky smell in the winter. Sticky smell as in like a stick, okay? One day he had to dismantle the ducting in the garage to get at something in the ceiling. There was one point in the duct where it hewed around a beam. When he took that down, he got a good whiff of the source of the smell. Apparently the former owner's guinea pig had escaped into the duct and got trapped in the U. When the heating came on, it was blowing the smell of decaying hamster into the bedroom above. Oh no. Uh-oh, Stinky. That's kind of similar to our shrimp prank, but also worse. I used to pee on my brother's bed in the mornings so I would get first crack at video games or TV while he helped clean up his mess. Big brain. Very big brain. Someone answered, "This is some supervillain origin story." Shoot. Yes, she became the golden showerer. I actually did something similar. Not exactly the same. Actually, my thing was more justified. So basically, I was with my parents, just a regular day, probably weekday, and we had candy at home. And my mom would not let me have the candy. For some reason, she wanted to save it for later. She put it away. Obviously not an okay thing to do. So what did I end up doing? Well, I went to her bed and just peed all over it. And I drank a lot of water that day. So yeah, it was just totally soaked. I've never seen my mom that upset before, but yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do. I was absolutely terrible to the first man my mom dated after she and my father split. Really terrible. I once told the man in the middle of dinner and apropos of nothing that I hated him and hoped he died in a car wreck on the way home. Said calmly with a straight face, "Oh no." I hate you and I hope you die in a car wreck on the way home. That man did nothing wrong, was always good to me. I still feel terrible about it more than 20 years later. Oof, that's barely funny. That's just awful. Did you apologize to him? I did. Ran into him at a gas station years later and told him how sorry I was for being such an awful little shoot to him. How hard did you run into him? 83 miles an hour. When I was 5, I had hair down to my butt. I was tired of my mom brushing it, so I cut it all off and peed on it in a bucket. What? I want Dave to do this. I helped a Jewish kid steal a Christmas tree. He complained his family never had a Christmas tree. I feel like this could be the plot of a movie. Totally. Very bad kids movie. Why do kids movies have like the worst plots? Here we go. 50 worst kids movies. Babes in Toyland from 1986. The movie. A young Drew Barrymore and Keanu Reeves sleepwalk their way through this horrendous TV movie in which Barrymore's 11-year-old Lisa is too busy looking after the family to play with toys. Sob. Most disturbing detail, the title, which has us imagining an altogether less kid-friendly movie. Let me know in the comments if you get what they mean with less kids-friendly movie. Babes in Toyland? What could that be? My friends and I were out riding our bikes and saw a dead squirrel in the road. Kid logic said picking that carcass up with some sticks, carrying it to a random front step and doing a ding-ding ditch was a good idea. Okay. About a week later, we noticed a for sale sign on the house. To this day, I'm suspicious the poor family thought they were being targeted by some sociopath and noped the frick out of there. Maybe a resident of that house killed the squirrel and they freaked the frick out thinking it was some shamanic curse that caused the squirrel to come back. I had a similar incident when I accidentally hit and killed the guy with my car while driving the other night. I got home and he was in my driveway. I freaked the frick out and thought I'd be haunted forever. Yeah, that makes sense. Luckily, it turns out he was just hooked under the car on the exhaust and I had dragged him home. Oh, what a relief. He was just hooked to the exhaust. This has happened to me so many times, by the way. God. threw 2 big bags of hamster bedding through my fan, and acted like a news forecaster and acted like it was snowing, and parents woke up to my room being covered in over an inch of bedding. Nice. Needless to say, I didn't own the hamster anymore. Big sad. My older brother ticked me off, so I peed in a super soaker. Epic. Someone answered, dominance. Yeah, totally. Total dominance. What's with kids peeing on each other? We had to suspend 2 girls this summer at camp because they filled milk cartons with their own pee and dumped it on other kids. Oh my god. Actually, in high school, I got peed on. Okay, so this is the story. This is pretty bad. Basically, I met this one guy. First day of school, he was just really all over the place. So I just told him like, haha, you seem like you're, you know, kind of high or whatever. And he got really offended. So then he kind of arranged this one thing. This only happened once, by the way. I wasn't like bullied in high school or anything. But one day after gym class, we have shared showers after gym class in Sweden. And he arranged so that him and 2 other guys, basically, I don't know how much you guys know about the male anatomy, but, oh my god. Okay, let's say this water bottle is a guy's right? When you pee, the pee comes from over here. It's so graphic. The pee comes, like, fills up from over here. And then if you're not circumcised, you can pinch on this side. So it kind of stays and some pressure builds up. Basically, what you get then is a pee bomb. So these 3 guys, they did that. And they walked up to me in the shared shower and just bombarded me with their pee bombs. So pee from 3 different people. Thinking back on it, I think I could have probably like taken this like the headmaster or something. But I was just like, oh, this is what school is like, I guess. It's like Vietnam flashbacks for me. Let's move on, shall we? Looked at naked girls my own age because I thought that was what you were supposed to do. Oh, wait, what? Like online? No! Sometimes I look back and think of how much of my dad's life I could have fricked up by innocently doing this. Yeah, I tried to do the same thing once when I was much younger. I am 15 now, and I was absolutely scared frickless for a solid week of how I was gonna explain this to the cops who would inevitably show up on our doorstep. This is really messed up. I never thought about that, and I definitely never, I don't know, the internet was barely a thing when I was that young, so lucky me, I guess. Ugh. My stepson googled 10-year-old memories when he was 10. I mean, it's like, it's not bad because, oh well, I guess it is bad, but hard to talk about. So I guess this kind of like summarizes all of it. The fact that you as a kid tried to look that up isn't really messed up, but that it's available is messed up. Yeah, totally. Okay, let's move on. I made my brother and his friends a jug of Kool-Aid with water from the toilet. Everything's toilet humor. What is it with kids and like poo and pee? It's weird. One time I peed in my cousin's ear from the top bunk. The sniper. Okay, I hope there's some posts in here that aren't pee or poo. Let's move on. I took a dump in a plastic bag and hid it in my closet for reasons. Okay, can something be not about poop now, please? I used to have a couple bullies in the 1st grade. One day they decided it would be a good idea to strap me to a bench and strip me. So you know what I did? I pooped my pants right then and there. They never bothered me again. Why would they never bother you again after that? I think it's more likely that they just thought that you were too gross to even touch or be around. Maybe that's a good anti-bullying tactic, to just make sure to be the grossest so no one would ever want to be close to you ever. Just have your nose running, poop your pants, be sweaty and gross, maybe smell like crabs or something. Epic! No more bullying! Next, I tried to poison my mom's boyfriend. Okay. I was probably around 11. I had one of those science kits from the Scholastic book fair. I took the citric acid and dumped the whole container into his drink. He sipped it and just said, "This tastes like and dumped it out, lol. I find this even funnier because citric acid is harmless. I think I've actually seen it recently at Walmart for cooking purposes. Yeah, it's like putting lemon juice in someone's drink. That's even better. My friend and I ripped and stole pages out of our neighbor's Cosmo that had pictures of memories. It might have been for memory self-exams. We were 10-year-old girls at the time and got totally busted by my parents. Oh my god. The whole thing of like hiding explicit images when you were a kid was crazy. So I grew up before the internet really was a thing. My tactics, and I don't think my parents know about this, I hope they don't watch this video, but my tactic was to print out explicit images on the printer and then I had them under my pillow in my bed, which probably wasn't that smart since my mom would change my sheets and stuff. I don't know if she ever found them, but I remember that one time my brother found them and he was 6 years younger, so I was probably like 12 and he was like 6, so he didn't get what was going on. So I just like tried to beg him to not tell my parents about it, and he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell it, but I don't think he got what's going on. I've asked my brother about that recently and he doesn't remember, so might not have been as big of a deal for him as it was for me, but I was freaking out. It was the same with explicit videos and stuff, since like the internet was garbage when I grew up. We all just had like 56k modems, so you download like 5-second clips and stuff, and you'd have to save it on your computer in some like secret folder that you hope that no one would find. Kids nowadays have it so easy. And yeah, and then we had LAN parties, and that's when it really got crazy, because some kids had better internet by that point, so they would have like lots, and then you like ask your guy friends to give you stuff. It was a really weird dynamic, and it was really gross. You checked other people's explicit videos to check if they were good, and if you liked it, then you would put it on your computer. A bunch of sweaty dudes, and then like some of them watching like explicit, like the smell wasn't good. I am happy for the kids nowadays that you don't have to do that. Anyway, when I was in first grade, a girl wouldn't let me in her club. So the next morning, our teacher took away her sunglasses because she was wearing them during class. During recess, I snuck into the classroom and placed the sunglasses in the girl's desk. Then I told the teacher when we got back that I saw her take the sunglasses back during recess. Ooh, this is big brain. This is like an extra layer. My teacher believed me and the girl denied it. The teacher pushed down her desk and the sunglasses were there. She got in trouble for not only stealing, but for lying about it. No one ever find out it was me all along. Oh, I love evil kids. It's good. I had this idea for a YouTube channel a while back. I don't know if I'm still gonna do it, but it was to like orchestrate really big and intricate revenges for like small things. So you find someone who did something like really minor to someone, and then you help them do the most intricate, advanced revenge for that thing. I think if I did that, that could be like a fun Ocean's 11 type channel where you had to like prepare a bunch of stuff. I guess Mark Rober's package thief stuff is kind of similar to what I was thinking, even though my stuff would be a lot less lo-fi than what he's doing. My parents used to peel apples because kids can have trouble swallowing and chewing the skin. I was upset I wasn't allowed it, and when they weren't looking, I took the skin out of the garbage and ate it. You showed them! That's right. Nothing is as epic as when your parents try to protect you and you're just like, no, I want to be in trouble. I'm 6 years old. I can live on the edge, okay? Okay guys, leave your stories of when you did fricked up stuff as kids in the comments. I would love to read them, maybe make a follow-up video, and I will see you tomorrow for another Daily December video. Bye.